What's going on, everyone? I'm the New World Order Survival Guy. It is April 7th, 2024. Day before that big event, 2024 Eclipse. There's lots of stuff spewing up. And that's what I want to get into right now. You know, it's the word out there is crazy. I mean, you got crazy stuff coming from government agencies, scientists, NASA, people in general, um, religion. You got just tons of stuff that's really going on out there, and I just want to further go into that more than I did yesterday on that short little brief clip thing that I done yesterday. So let's get into it. Um, so there's just a crap load of stuff to talk about. Um, it's a huge thing that's spewing up over national media, as well as alternative media. And so let's get into some of this. Now, what do you guys think about this? Is it real shit, or is it just the next great American psyop? That's to be determined, and I guess we're not going to know for sure until tomorrow. Now, some of the facts about tomorrow is that there are going to be a good chunk of schools that are and will be closed April 8th, tomorrow. And I heard some of the reasoning, and the reasoning is so the children get to witness the eclipse, like it's some freaking holiday or something like that. When I was a kid, um, we when there was a eclipse, we're at school, and they'd have us with the freaking cardboard. You poke a hole in it, and however they freaking did it, that's what we did. We didn't have a day off, and and any of my kids, they never had no damn day off with any of these eclipses and stuff like that. There's something going on here, you know. There is definitely something fishy going on in the states tomorrow. What it is exactly, we're soon to see. You know, because game time's tomorrow. So yeah, we're about to see what's up with that. Um, there are going to be bridges that are going to be closed tomorrow. Um, Here and there, it's not like all bridges are going to be closed, but there will be certain bridges, certain areas that will be closed. Check your local listings on information for your area. See if any bridges by your homestead is going to be closed. Um, so that is a fact. Some bridges, certain areas will be closed. Schools in some areas will be closed. Those are facts. Like, I'm not gonna try to bullshit you, man. I'll tell you some of the facts. I ain't got anything to show you right now. I haven't figured out this damn green screen shit out so I can post the shit from the specific areas that are going to be doing this stuff. I'm still trying to figure that out. But I'm telling you right now, I mean, you can Google it. It'll definitely show you. So I could just speak on it as of right now. There'll be many prisons, penitentiaries that will be on lockdown. So that's a fact. Now, for one, why would they do that stuff for just an eclipse, a solar eclipse? What separates this eclipse from all the other ones from our lifetime? That's a big mystery, and the media and government, and I mean, are they putting out misinformation? Are they putting out just so we can chase them around, like truthers and stuff? You gotta be careful. If you're a truther, you can't just be spewing anything that the government or news, mainstream news or anything puts out, because you're gonna look like a fool. You know, the news media, the mainstream news media, is under Operation Mockingbird, which they are paid by the federal government via our tax dollars, to spew out propaganda and stuff. You got, don't believe anything they say, obviously, but they will put out truth snacks, you know, for the people to just disregard or eat up or whatever, because there's an agenda and they just want to play mind games with everybody. So they have you running around in circles, chasing this, chasing that. And obviously, most of it is not true, but they'll put out some things every once in a while, just to discredit uh, independent journalism and stuff like that. So, anyways, there have been earthquakes that's been going around worldwide. There's always is, but there's, like, you have that earthquake in New York that was a 5.5 on a Richter scale earthquake. Then they changed it to a 4.8. What? Well, if it was initially 5.5, why are you going to change it to 4.8? Which is kind of ironic. Means that 4.8, April 8th, that, who knows? These elites that are ran by the bankers and the secret societies are all into that numerology stuff. And that's what they live on. They live on dropping clues that you got to follow around and stuff like that. It's just kind of ironic. 4.8, April 8th. Hell of a coincidence, huh? It's always a coincidence with these people. scientists, government, been putting out earthquakes are going to greatly increase tomorrow, April 8th. Um, Something about the sun, the sun's energy, the earth has energy with the moon in the middle, gravitational pull, something. I guess that's what I'm getting at with her trying to say the reasoning um, behind this, some of the events that are supposedly coming tomorrow. We'll see, but the earthquakes, especially this intensely in areas that don't normally get earthquakes, like New York City and Jersey, and just other odd places around the world that don't usually get those earthquakes, and it's going to perhaps trigger volcanoes. Volcanoes. A lot of volcanoes on the mainlands or by towns, cities. It's just something to think about. And you get volcanoes in the coastal areas, the waters, it's going to trigger tsunamis. So be aware of that for the people that live in them areas. Just who knows if this is just going to happen tomorrow? I'm not here to scare anybody, any kind of scare tactics or anything like that. I'm just saying this is what's being put out there. There's a part of me that thinks that this is just a huge psyop and they're just trying to do a big smoke and mirrors because they're doing some other shit. Well, I think they're doing that anyways. I think they're definitely pulling some shit on the... Here, look at the eclipse while we do this scandalous shit. They're definitely doing that. They're always doing that. They're always playing musician crap. I mean, always, man, always. Um, there's supposedly going to be a lot of traffic issues if you're going to work tomorrow, which I know most of you are. You live in a lot of bigger cities. Plan out for that. Because traffic will be an issue in a lot of places. I mean, even if it's people going to see the eclipse in these major cities and stuff like that, it is going to be an issue in a lot of areas. Not in the area where I live, but in a lot of you folks out there where you guys stay, you guys are going to have some issues. Expect a massive police, law enforcement presence on the side of the roads. I can't say if it's traffic ticket or whatever. They're going to be out there, man. They're going to be out there tomorrow. So just watch your speed and anything that give them excuse to pull you over, because they're gonna be out there in full force. Whether it's looking for criminals or whatever, but it's more than that. It's more than that. The invaders that are coming across our border, effing up our country. Um, expect some hype from them. They might see it as a window of opportunity to start busting out their crime, anything under the sun or the eclipse. Um, I'd watch out for that, man, because like I said before in my previous video, they're not here for no reason. They're not here because they're looking for a better life. They're here to f shit up, is what they're doing. And this whole April 8th thing, and it's it's like a pre-planned false flag op, just a big psyop, and I think they're gonna use these fools for uh, something to happen tomorrow on top of all this other crap that's supposed to happen tomorrow. Supposedly, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you got NASA supposedly fire 3 rockets at the Eclipse. I don't even know what the hell that's about, but why the hell would you? For what? For what? Why? Out of all things, why are you gonna fire 3 rockets towards or at the Eclipse? I mean, yeah, something's going on, man. Something ain't fishy because this government and everybody, it's not acting right, man. They're either they're gonna do some shit tomorrow, or it's just a big smoke and mirrors, and they got something else on the other hand while they're having you look at this hand. It's one of those. It's nothing else, man. The only other option is they're gonna plan some big event, and all hell's gonna break loose. I'm kind of doubting that. All right, my sense is, we're going to look over here while I'm over here. That's what I'm more thinking. But I guess we'll all find out tomorrow. Um, a lot of stores are supposed to be closed down, um, fearing like crime and electrical grid issues and stuff like that. Um, so that's soon to see. If I were you guys, I would stay away from big crowds tomorrow if possible. Um, not to sit there and hide out and be scared because just because some shit's out there, but at least be cautious, man. Always watch your back, watch your surroundings. Just just know where you're at, know what you're doing, visualize, keep a scan around you because there's people that's going to do some stupid shit. There's no way around that, especially with the upwards of 50 million damn invaders. They're going to be doing some shit. Tomorrow you're going to see some shit on the news, man, of all kinds of shit that's happened. Maybe not everything like I'm mentioning, like I'm saying. I'm not saying all this stuff is going to happen or any of it's going to happen, except for some of the ones that I know that's going to happen, like prison lockdowns, some bridge closures, and just shit like that. You know, and then you might get just some of the loonies out there. You know what a loony is, right? It's someone that has psychological effects on full moons or just lunar events. Um, Supposedly, it's going to have a stronger presence on people as well as animals tomorrow. I don't know if it's because the moon is supposed to be 5 times larger tomorrow than normal, especially at the time of the eclipse. But this is some of the agencies of the government is talking about how animals are going to start getting scared and flipping out, as well as people and stuff like that. Meanwhile, they have all this like CERN and HARP and NASA activated, the FBI activated, Homeland Security. You know, all these things are being activated and implemented through the watch of people going out. I mean, they're up to something. It's simple. They are up to something. Just keep your eyes peeled. Keep your mind alert. Because don't know exactly what's cracking, but hey, it's something's going to crack. You got states that implemented the state of emergency early. I mean, you don't implement state of emergency purely on speculation. You implement state of emergency as something happens, like it was a tornado, disaster, hurricane, something. How are they able to put that out there a week or two ahead of time? I mean, and then the news just brings it out like it's just, oh, yeah, well, it's just a precaution. Yeah, but I don't believe that, man. Come on. Um, yeah, so you got schools that are closing, obviously in choice locations for stupid reasons. Oh, so everybody could witness a eclipse that happens every 7 years. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Um, just be prepared. What I'm telling you is just be prepared. Some of you is not even worried about it. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it, but something's fishy is going on, man. Something very fishy is going on, and I'm not trusting this. I know something's going to happen. I can't say to what level or whatever, but I know it ain't directly um, the eclipse. I mean, we always have eclipses, man. So what, you know, government says something like oh, we this is a big one, or bullshit, man, bullshit. You guys are up to something, man. You guys are up to something. We've been having eclipses forever, and if you're activating this CERN and all these scientific agencies, no, dude, you're up to something, man. Um, so it's just a waiting game, man. Who knows, man? They got all kinds of crazy ass. They're gonna use some kind of weapon. In my opinion, they're gonna do something and blame it on the sun or the eclipse. I'm like, where the hell did that come from? You know, there's so much secret societies and pagan shit and stuff that our government's involved with. deeply, deeply involved with, as well as most of these governments, if not all governments throughout the world. You got to think who controls these governments, man. It's these secret societies. Excuse me, secret societies. A lot of you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to really get in major to it right now because I do have some shows planned up for them secret societies and how they control our world. Um, yeah, these secret societies, man, they have the pull, man. They have the pull in this world. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna save that sometime later this week. Hopefully, I can get it done. Um, so let's keep going here. National security, FBI warns of events tomorrow. Um, just various things. Some of the things I already talked about. Why would agencies of the government sit there and warn us about this and that unless they're trying to get some of the borderline believers to look stupid? I mean, as we're about to see, um, there is going to be a high alert. I mean, there's high alerts on everything, everywhere for this eclipse. So just pay attention. I would get, I mean, I know a lot of these stores in certain areas, especially, they're running out of foods on the shelves and waters and stuff like that. They say you always need to have like 3 days of food. And they're like, hey, there's an eclipse. Everybody needs 3 days of food. Dude, everybody already has 3 days of food minimum in their house. You need a minimum of a year food in your house all the time. Anytime. What the hell's 3 days? I mean, if there was a huge natural disaster or something like that, what the hell's 3 days gonna do? It ain't gonna do shit. Don't ever listen to these gooktards on the news or the government talking about 3 days of food. What the hell? You need a year at all times, minimum. It means to produce more food after that. Shit. 3 days of damn food. Yeah, you gotta eat 3 days off of leftovers. You know what I mean? You need more than 3 days, people. Shit. Um, some of the warnings, they're talking about top off your gas in your car. I agree with that. Keep your fuel topped off because if something happens with the electrical grid, gas pumps ain't gonna work amongst a shit ton of other things. Always keep your gas topped off. That's just a given. If you have a stupid electrical car, keep it charged. Yeah, I want to have one of them damn things, man. Teslas and shit. Dude, Tesla is a damn crook, and he's a psyop. He's a freaking phony. People worshiping his ass like he's some messiah or something like that. That boy ain't shit, dude. He's a con artist just like the rest of them. You think they're gonna let anybody have any rockets and shit? That's just some person that no, dude, no. He's about is a regular person as Billy Gates. You know what I mean? He's not a regular person. He's in it with them. He's just fooling everybody like the Trumpster. He's a damn crook, man. He's a psyop. I mean, some of you people, God damn, man, believe in Bigfoot too? Shit. Top off your gas, charge your car. I would have a bug out bag like you should have it all the time. You know, with the necessities in your bug out bag. I have previous videos that talk about bug out bag preparations. You might want to check that out if you don't already know or don't already have your prep bag accounted for. You might want to utilize some paper maps in case you have places you got to go that you're not sure where they are, or you can plan out tonight or ahead of time of some of the places you got to go. Like, you know, for me, I have a job that I have to use GPS a lot. So keep that in consideration, and just in case. Nothing at all may not even happen tomorrow, but, you know, just in case. Yeah, just plan ahead on stuff. Because we don't know if this is going to mean nothing tomorrow or if it's going to be a shitstorm that directly affects our lives tomorrow in a moment. Communication plan is going to be another thing that you guys should think about. Talk to your family, talk to your kids. If this happens, you do this. Like, if shit goes south, if the phones go down, if internet goes down, or whatever, meet here at the house, blah, blah, I'll be here. Or, you know, just whatever your thing is, you know, you got to have some kind of understanding and talk and plan with your family. Because we're not going to know until tomorrow. Hopefully, nothing. It's just a bunch of blowing smoke up our asses from these goons in the White House and mainstream media. But, I mean, you never know, man. Because shit's coming. Is it going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. So, some kind of just in case plan with your family, maybe even with your neighbors, stuff like that. So, that's a good thing. Like I said earlier, be aware of your surroundings. Just pay attention, because there's going to be bad people roaming the streets tomorrow. They're going to be roaming. If you're able to, pack a side piece, just in case, man. Something that you hope you never have to use, but also something that you're hoping that you won't be caught without it when you need it. Yeah, just have that shit hits the fan plan. Have some food, water, some, you know. Just have some stuff going for you, man. You never know, and this is anytime. This ain't just tomorrow, man. For people that need medications, you got health issues, you got diabetes or whatever the case may be. I know it's kind of too late to sit there and go to the doctors and get a abundantly amount of supplies for that, but you know, get it if you can. 'Cause that's you should have it on hand anyways, but um, keep your laptops and your cell phones, anything rechargeable, keep them charged. I would check your flashlight batteries, which you should do periodically. Anyways, you get something like this is cool, little portable solar charging thing. Takes a USB port. And these do pretty good, man. It has this little, you plug it into here. It does a good job. You know, the Eclipse is only gonna last a few minutes. So these are always good to have. Good to have in your bug out bag, man. Everybody needs one of these, at least one, maybe a more powerful one than this. But it'll recharge your basic common use electronics. So always a good thing to have. Another thing they're talking about is cash in hand. You should have cash in hand. Cash in hand is always good unless they do away with the cash, right? Because one of the other things they're talking about is electrical grid down. There's been a lot of talk about this. So therefore, your ATMs ain't going to work, or your ATMs are not going to have any more cash in it because everybody done knows about going to the ATM and withdrawing cash from their account. Either or, I mean, you want something, but if the power goes down, I don't see the stores. The stores, how they gonna be open? I mean, why would the electrical grid go down? Is it because there's some sort of EMP? Is it from solar or military? I mean, who knows what kind of false flag operation they got going tomorrow? There's gonna be some. Is that going to be one of them? And if that's the case, then generators ain't going to be going. Because it's going to affect all of that shit. So, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to put out possibilities that might take effect. I'm not going to be one of these YouTubers that come on there and say, oh, this is going to happen. I'm warning. Blah, blah, blah. Every day is a freaking warning. Warning, warning, warning. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. It's all bullshit. I don't do that. I just try to bring up some stuff and I say this is what's being said and maybe it's going to happen. Maybe it's not. We're going to see. But you always got to be prepared. So anyways, there needs, you gotta have something for cash for something. It's always good to have some cash, I guess, man. Even if stores are down, you can, you got people you can buy stuff or bartering, or bartering is always good. I had video about bartering. Check that out. So you got that. Then you got this scare about this bird flu shit. and birds and cows. And I mean, here they go again, screwing with our damn food. You know, they had mad cow, they had swine. I mean, bird flu. They always come up with some shit to screw with our freaking food. You think I think that's just natural? Nah, nah. These things are patented shit. Just like the 2019 deal, jibba jab. That's patented. The whole epidemic thing. That's what the whole Event 201, if you guys don't know about that, look up and watch the video on Event 201. That thing was pre-orchestrated months before the breakout. Event 201. Yeah. It's pre-orchestrated. Then you look at the patent records. It's patented by a bunch of people. Not just China, but a lot of them are United States scientists and stuff like that, as well as a bunch of other countries, Italy, Denmark, yada yada yada. So this bird flu is just, I mean, I tell you, it's just rushing everything into us. So they're going to be hitting us from every angle. I've been warning you guys that on all kinds of videos, and that's what they're doing. It just reassures me every single day. All this crap that's coming out and they're putting out, and they're then they want to start attacking our farm industry, independent farmers, whether it's fruit and vegetables or pork, chicken, beef. They just want to eliminate private business farmers so they can implement their own. So we'll be forced to eat the shit that they put in it. You know, God, there's so many shows I could talk about for every little thing I say. Anyway, there's gonna be big events coming. Tomorrow, I'm gonna say there's definitely gonna be some big events, even if it's not about the obvious with the eclipse, because I think tomorrow's eclipse is just an eclipse, but they got other shit that they're doing behind the back that are trying to take everybody's eye off the ball. And I guarantee you that's going to happen. And that'll be my next show, showing you some of the shit that they've been doing while everybody was looking at that damn eclipse or focus on it. So there's definitely some big events coming, especially to do with this eclipse, other than the actual eclipse itself. Let's see, you got food. I mean, you guys need to get food and water. Shit, they raised the prices on food over 40% since the epidemic, the inside job epidemic in 2019. It's just going up. And you talking about homes? I mean, look how the price has gone up in homes. I mean, you got to be a freaking millionaire just to buy a 3 or 4 bedroom in the hood or something. I mean, damn. That's orchestrated. That's planned. That's pre-planned. You will own nothing and like it, right, Schwab? Freaking bastard. But don't lose your heads about it, man. You just gotta psychologically plan. You gotta think about what you're gonna do for you and your family. How are you gonna beat the system? How are you gonna beat this new world order as best as you can? I mean, it's going to basically consume everybody, but you could do stuff without jeopardizing your well-being and your family's well-being. I mean, you can make it easier for yourself, at least. You know, lessen the blow. You know, everybody got to think about that. Layoffs, a lot of jobs. We're talking about laying off tons of people in every occupation because AI shit. So, what do they plan to do with all these jobless people? What they plan to? I mean, they're talking about like doctors, hospitals. They're talking about drivers, just virtually damn near everything. What they plan? Oh, I mean, I know they're going to what they want to do with us. It's written on the Georgia Guidestones. They want to eliminate 80% of the world's population. You know, it's literally written in stone. But what do they want to do with us for the simpletons out there or the people that just don't know? These secret societies want to get rid of us. You know, you just got to plan. You got to plan. Um, it's the New World Order. It's knocking. It's here. It's here. They're just ready to they just start picking us apart like some pulled pork freaking sandwich. You know, what's anybody gonna do about it? Nothing. I mean, you ain't gonna sit there and I mean, I don't know. You probably do something, but you know, I'm not gonna go ahead and spew shit out on this platform or none or any other platform. Just be prepared. Be prepared if you know, and hold pockets of people that's gonna stand their ground. You know, occupy your own territory and don't let anybody else come in and you know just stand your ground, man. That's what then your freedoms, your liberties, your constitutional right is to protect yourself and your family. You know, can't just turn a blind eye to your constitution. You know, that's all we have, man. So, anyways, you got this devil's comment. I haven't heard much about that lately. It's just something supposed to be flying around about the same time or something like that. You got the serpents photon cluster thing. I haven't heard nothing about that in like a week. You know, I'm not even sure what the hell that is, but serpents and the devil and all this shit and all this stuff about biblical events that's gonna happen tomorrow. I mean, I don't know, man. So about the last 2017. The whole thing is like an X from 2017 coming from the west coast to the east coast, the Eclipse, and then tomorrow gonna be from, you know, it's going the opposite way to form like an X. And last time, like 2017, is somebody that passed through 7 cities or towns, whatever, called Salem. And then this year is supposed to be the uh, another 7 cities of the I forget what it's called, man. The starts with the H, heavy on heavy whatever. Um, and then in the middle of the X, it's supposed to be like a town called not Resurrection, but it's I don't know something. It's a lot of biblical stuff going on with this and speculations to um, biblical aspects. There's a lot of stuff through secret societies and the I mean a lot of these secret society people they're uh, Satanist or pagan, whatever. But the huge pagan aspect in all this is just nuts. I mean, our calendar is revolved around paganism. All our holidays revolved around paganism. Um, just everything, and Americans don't even know it. Most of them don't even know it. The Christmas and the Easter and well, this eclipse is a huge pagan uh, celebration. I mean, they're talking about rituals and shit like that. I mean, this ain't just a regular eclipse. They got there's meanings behind why they're coming forward with all this shit. You know, this is a big religious event to them, just like all the solace and stuff like that. Just just know that there's bigger meanings behind this solar eclipse tomorrow than usual. I mean, obviously you can see that. Um, that there might be glitches, it might be phone outages. Just be aware of that. Have some sort of plan, communication plan. Maybe you got some of these radios. I mean, who even freaking knows if this is gonna work or not? But um, frequency mode. Just have it charged up, and just in case. Um, watch out for your children, man. Don't I wouldn't let them go out and roam the neighborhood, really, man. I mean, because you never know. I mean, there's all kind of weirdos out there. I mean, your neighborhood, you have it locked down pretty tight, like with the neighbors and shit like that. Then whatever. I mean, because where I grew up, nobody ain't gonna be doing shit over there. From South LA, man, just our neighbors were tight. Uh, but nowadays is different from them days. I grew up in the '80s and '90s. It was different times then. All right, so um, the 5K Is this going to have some kind of effect on anything? I don't know, but 5K is still there. Just because there was a lot of hype about it some years ago and it's kind of died off with the talks on it, dude. That was implemented there and put there. 5K is a military grade weapon. It's high frequencies. It could do many things. There's plenty of documentaries and weaponry from the military that show and demonstrate that. You got to think it's a frequency. You can do anything with frequencies. You could make people have health problems. You could cure health problems. You could, you know, frequencies control everything. And when you can control the frequencies, you about do anything. Anything. And the government knows that. That's why they implement the military to use those frequencies to do certain things. Lasers, everything is all controlled by frequencies. Um, so government agencies are going to be in close contact with each other tomorrow. Um, there's a lot of fishy shit going tomorrow with this whole government thing. I can say just be aware, but what does it matter? I mean, you're not even going to see them, But um, don't be surprised if you see weird drones in the air, surveying your area, just weird shit like that. They are going to have National Guard with Black Hawk helicopters flying around. Um, don't know what the hell exactly they're doing, but it ain't going to be nothing fabulous. I'll tell you that. I mean, I can't really say what they're going to be doing. I just know they will be flying around in certain areas. FEMA, uh, FBI, all them agencies are going to be activated tomorrow for many different aspects of what's going on. They're all going to have a job to do. So, I mean, why would you do that for an eclipse? Yeah. Then you got states like Texas uh, send a disaster declaration. You got states that implemented national or state of emergency, excuse me, state of emergency. Many states, you know, preemptively ahead of time. So then you hear some, it's about like the Mandela effect, and so that's basically all I got. Just tomorrow's the day. Maybe all hell's gonna break loose. I kind of doubt it because it's so hyped up. I think it's just a bunch of bullshit. But it something could happen. Things could happen. Um, we'll see tomorrow. I'm still going to work tomorrow. You know, if something happens, I know what to do. Hopefully, I mean shit. But um, yeah, so just keep your eyes peeled. I want to let your kids run off too far. Have some food and water. Um, if you can, obviously more than you probably already got freaking food and water in your house. I mean, you go to damn water heater and you have freaking a month of water at least. You know, reserve tank in your toilet, or I mean, I think they're just spewing hype. They want you to run around. They say something, and everybody's going to, just like that toilet paper shit. So, all right, man. Good luck. Hope there ain't shit happening tomorrow, but there is. Hope you guys are good. All right, New World Order Survivor guys. See you on the next one.